There comes a moment in every life when someone wounds us through betrayal, disrespect, or calculated cruelty. Our first impulse is often fire, to strike back, to expose, to make them feel what they made us feel. But those impulses are the chains of the ordinary mind. They bind us to the very people who harmed us. A deeper philosophy teaches us that true power is not found in retaliation, but in transcendence. As Seneca wrote, the greatest revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. And this is where our journey begins, not in reacting, but in rising. We must understand something essential. When someone tries to break your peace, they are not attacking your strength. They are revealing their own weakness. The Stoic researchers often call this the mirror effect of harm, the truth that every act of cruelty says more about the offender's inner poverty than about your worth. To respond with anger would be to descend into their darkness and make it your home. Instead, we choose a quieter, far more devastating form of revenge. We keep walking. Imagine a mountain. Storms crash against it, winds rage, lightning tears the sky, but the mountain does not bend, does not break, does not scream back at the storm. It simply remains, unmoved, untouched, powerful because it refuses to be anything else. This is the revenge of the disciplined mind. Marcus Aurelius once noted, "The best way to avenge yourself is to not become like your enemy." To remain calm is not weakness, it is dominance. To stay focused on your purpose while someone tries to distract you is not avoidance, it is mastery. To grow, to improve, to purify your intention despite the harm done to you is not passive resistance, it is victory. Because here is the truth most people never realize. People who hurt you want a reaction. They want proof that they still hold a place in your mind. They want you to carry their chaos so they can feel powerful. But when you refuse to respond, when you do not crumble, when you channel your pain into progress, when you build a life so grounded, so disciplined, so inwardly fortified that their actions cannot reach you, you defeat them without lifting a finger. This is the kind of revenge that leaves no ashes, no consequences, no regrets. The kind of revenge that turns you into someone stronger than the version they tried to break. We rise not by punishing them, but by refusing to become them. We win not by striking back, but by becoming unshakable. We reclaim our power not through fury, but through self-mastery. Let the world do what it will. Let people show their true nature. Our task is always the same: to overcome destructive emotion, to guard our inner fortress, to walk forward with a dignity no one can steal. That is the best revenge, and it is reserved only for those strong enough to choose it. Point 2. The revenge of disappearing from their world and thriving in your own. There is a certain kind of revenge that does not roar, does not strike, and does not scorch the earth. It moves silently, almost invisibly. It is the kind that inflicts no harm, yet leaves a mark deeper than any retaliation could deliver. It is the revenge of building a life so centered, so disciplined, so inwardly fortified that the people who once tried to break you can no longer find a doorway back into your mind. This is the revenge rooted in the ancient discipline of inner sovereignty. A truth echoed by the Stoic scholar Pierre Hadot, who described the essence of this path as the conversion of the gaze, the act of turning our focus inward, away from those who injured us, and toward the soul we are shaping. Those who hurt you thrive on your attention. Whether that attention comes as anger, sadness, or a desperate attempt to be understood, it fuels them. They want to feel necessary to your emotional landscape. They want to believe that their actions left permanent fingerprints on your spirit. But the greatest insult to their ego, the sharpest blade, comes not through confrontation, but through detachment. To disappear from their world is not to run, it is to release. It is to reclaim what Marcus Aurelius called the inner citadel, the mental fortress that no one can enter without your permission. When you withdraw your energy, your time, and your emotional responses, you are telling them, without words, that they no longer matter. And nothing stings a harmful person more than irrelevance. But this detachment is not enough on its own. Disappearance becomes powerful only when paired with reconstruction. This is where the deeper revenge begins, not through silence alone, but through transformation. We take the pain, the betrayal, the disappointment, and instead of using it to build walls, we use it to build standards. We cultivate discipline where they expected us to collapse. We grow in wisdom where they expected us to react. We choose self-control where they expected us to lose ourselves. Epictetus warned, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit. That is the harsh truth. When people hurt us, the wound penetrates only as deeply as our own lack of mastery allows. But the moment we begin strengthening the self, the moment we turn inward and tighten our grip on our own thoughts and emotions, their power dissolves. This is why thriving becomes the ultimate revenge. Not the superficial version, earning money, chasing success, proving something. No, thriving in the Stoic sense means becoming someone guided by clarity rather than chaos. Someone who no longer needs validation, vengeance, or victory over anyone else. This kind of progress is quiet. It's the way you sleep peacefully at night while they remain tangled in the consequences of their own nature. It's the way you remain stable while they continue collapsing into the patterns that once hurt you. It's the way you keep ascending while they remain trapped at the level where cruelty felt like power. And over time, the distance grows larger. What once cut deeply now looks small from the mountaintop you climbed. Their actions become a reminder, not of your pain, but of your evolution. In the end, the best revenge is not becoming happier because they are gone, but becoming stronger because you chose yourself. We do not rise by humiliating them. We rise by refusing to let them shape our identity. We rise by building a life so grounded in discipline, intention, and emotional mastery that their darkness cannot touch it. This is the revenge they never see coming, and the revenge that sets you free. Point 3. Rising above them by mastering your inner narrative. There is a deeper form of revenge, subtle, powerful, and unreachable to the ones who hurt you. It is not about becoming louder, stronger, or more successful in their eyes. It is about reclaiming the authorship of your own inner narrative. Because when someone wounds you, the real damage often begins not with their act, but with the story your mind begins to tell afterward. A harmful person plants doubt, anger, or humiliation in you, and your mind can begin watering it long after they're gone. This is why Seneca warned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The people who once hurt you only win when their voice continues to echo in your head. True revenge, then, is silencing that echo and replacing it with a voice of your own choosing. This is not easy. The mind loves rehearsing pain. It loves reliving confrontations, rewriting arguments, replaying betrayals. The Stoics understood this weakness in human nature deeply. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the soul becomes dyed by the color of its thoughts. If you hold on to resentment, you become resentment. If you cling to anger, you become anger. But if you choose clarity, if you choose calm, composure, and a fierce kind of self-respect, you become something far stronger than the person who hurt you ever expected. Mastering your inner narrative means refusing to let someone else's cruelty define the meaning of what happened. Instead of telling yourself, they broke me, you rewrite it as, they revealed where I must grow stronger. Instead of thinking, I lost, you reframe it as, I learned what I must never tolerate again. This is not delusion, this is discipline. It's the ability to convert suffering into wisdom, the way a flame consumes fuel and only grows hotter. Pierre Hadot described ancient philosophical training as a spiritual exercise, an inner transformation through which the individual becomes capable of freedom. That is what you are doing, converting an emotional injury into a training ground for sovereignty. You rise above them not by pretending the wound didn't happen, but by refusing to let it shape the direction of your life. You take back the narrative and turn it into a story of resilience, not victimhood. And something remarkable happens when you do this. The person who hurt you loses their place in your mind. They shrink. Their influence dissolves. Their memory stops stirring emotional storms. They become nothing more than a chapter. Important, yes, but no longer defining. The revenge here is profound because it leaves them without the power they thought they possessed. When you rewrite the meaning of what happened, you rob them of the impact they believed they had over you. They wanted to leave a scar. Instead, they became a lesson. You ascend by mastering the one thing they can never reach, your inner world. This is the victory that requires no confrontation, no retaliation, no spectacle, only a quiet decision. I decide what this becomes, not them. Point 4. Becoming untouchable through your silence and discipline. There is a rare form of revenge that almost no one speaks about, because it does not look like revenge at all. It is not emotional, loud, dramatic, or fueled by a desire to be seen winning. Instead, it is carved from silence, discipline, and the quiet mastery of your own reactions. And this kind of revenge is so powerful precisely because the one who hurt you will never understand how you became untouchable. When someone wounds you, they expect a reaction. They expect anger, chaos, impulsive decisions. They expect your emotions to betray you. This is the predictable response of most people, and predictable people are easy to control. But when you respond with composure, with stillness, with an almost unsettling calm, you break their expectations. You sever the psychological chain they tried to wrap around you. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned that the greatest danger after being wronged is not the wrongdoing itself, but the way our emotions can enslave us. When someone provokes you, he wrote, remember, it is your judgment that provokes you. Try then not to be carried away by appearances. Your silence then is not avoidance, it is strength. It is the refusal to let someone pull you into the arena of their dysfunction. Your discipline is not weakness. It is proof that you no longer operate on the same emotional frequency they do. When you choose silence, you choose not to give them the reaction that feeds their ego. When you choose discipline, you choose to build a life where their memory holds no power. This combination, silence and discipline, is the revenge that transforms you. Because discipline is not just the ability to walk away, it's the ability to keep walking steadily toward the person you're meant to become. It's waking up with purpose. It's refusing to let your life be shaped by emotional injuries. It's committing to improving yourself so intensely that the past versions of you would barely recognize the present one. And here is the truth. The person who hurt you cannot reach the person you are becoming. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When you cultivate discipline, you rise to a place they cannot follow. When you practice silence, you operate on a level they cannot understand. When you grow, they gradually become irrelevant, not because you ignore them, but because you have outgrown the version of yourself who cared about their influence. This is why your silence is a storm. It disrupts their control. It denies them satisfaction. It forces them to face their own emptiness. Get exclusive content and deeper insights. Join our membership today. Link in the description. If this resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more wisdom to guide your journey.